When most people think of Texas and deer, they're probably thinking about whitetail. But the Lone Star State is also home to some world-class mule deer who call much of far west and north Texas home. And one hunter who's simply addicted to hunting Texas other deer is my good friend and Heim USA president, Chris Sells. Each fall, Chris heads to the Texas Panhandle and Hartley County to chase the big blocky mule deer bucks that teem in the foothills of rancher and longtime friend Kent Gordon's ranch. This is big, open country, but in the valleys, the deer take advantage of Kent's agriculture, raiding his corn crops at night before retreating into the broken hill country to lay up for the day or chase does during the rut. If chasing a big mule deer sounds like fun, let's really turn up the excitement and chase down 2 bucks from Chris's past 2 seasons in the Panhandle. We're in my home state of Texas, chasing big muley bucks with Chris Sells as we open the pages of another exciting chapter of Trijicon's World of Sports Afield.
I'll tell you, one of my favorite parts of hunting in this part of the world is that it just seems like you can see forever. And with the species that are available out here, like antelope later in the fall or early in the first part of the hunting season, it's a great place to really stretch out a rifle and a caliber. We're here hunting mule deer in the Panhandle of Texas. It's a little later, a little after season is closed, but we're hunting under the Texas Parks and Wildlife MLD program. So we're going to be taking a buck and potentially a doe. Now, generally doe aren't taken, but because they're right here on the front line of the CWD zone, the Texas Parks and Wildlife has given us special permission to take a doe so that they can check for CWD and how it may or may be moving in or out of the state of Texas. This is also the perfect part of the world to try out this new Heim precision rifle, the carbon fiber stock, carbon fiber barrel, and on top of this, this is the new Trijicon 10 model, which was just released a few days ago at the Dallas Safari Club show. This in 300 Win Mag should just be the perfect combination for a mule deer out here in this open part of the world. We haven't been at this for about 10 minutes. We started to kind of work the wind up here as the sun's getting ready to set, and we've just seen a nice buck. Part of this MLD program, of course, is to concentrate on older, more mature bucks, but even with that, we want to try and find as old a buck as we can with the best antlers that we can.
A lot deeper.
A nice buck, but nothing when you're after, right?
Right. Well, yes, and you guys have the time. We just will kind of see them.
Yeah. We're off to a pretty good start. We've just started kind of a walk upwind. Probably covered 3/4 of a mile here. We've seen 3 bucks. Now these are bucks that were down in these little topographical undulations. We couldn't see them even from our glassing point, but it just goes to show you got to get out and poke around a bit.
You know, being with the MLD part aspect of it, we owe it to them to look and see and pick out the oldest one.
Absolutely, let's do it.
And go that route.
Yeah, let's do it. It's just about 30 minutes after sunrise. It's a nice, crisp, cool morning. It's about 19 degrees here. The wind hasn't really picked up yet, and we've just spotted some mule deer, some doe, and a couple of bucks right over this hill. So we're going to peek over the hill and see if this might be something we want. There's definitely 2 bucks in there. I just don't know which one we're seeing. I think we've seen better bucks, haven't we? Yeah. So in about the last hour and a half, I think we've seen 30 deer. We've seen 2 bucks again, but one a little younger and one not necessarily what we're looking for. Again, in this topography, there's so many ups and downs and little undulations that they just, you sit in one area a little while, they just kind of seem to materialize. So you can do a lot of walking with your binoculars here. Here's another one.
It's been a lot of fun. We've covered a lot of ground this morning. I'm amazed at how well they can hold up. I mean, as you noticed, when we came upon them, we didn't see them. We just caught a little bit of the glint of the white patch coming up out of the brush. You saw it on the first doe. And once we had them figured out, it was amazing to me that they were just sort of sunk right down in there. It's almost like they just disappear into the ground.
The Hornady GMX bullet is one of the most versatile bullet designs ever created, and it's one that I've used on a wide variety of big game. Hornady has loaded the deep penetrating GMX bullet into their new Outfitter ammunition line, a rugged new addition to the Hornady brand that is making big noise in the hunting world. The new Outfitter ammunition features a nickel-plated case, which eliminates tarnish and corrosion. A real bonus of the Outfitter ammunition are the sealed primer and case mounts, something that means a lot to those of us who hunt in swamps, rainforest, or anywhere where humidity or wet conditions are the rule. The Hornady GMX is a monolithic copper alloy solid that features a polymer tip which allows for deep penetration up to 30 inches with high weight retention and great terminal performance. Need more good news? Easy. The Hornady Outfitter ammunition is available in classic calibers from .243 up to the .375 Ruger and the .375 H&H, new for 2020. They've also expanded the line to include the .257 Weatherby mag, the .300 Weatherby mag, .300 Remington Ultra mag, and the .338 Win mag. Hornady, accurate, deadly, and dependable. Some people call it a tagline. I just call it the truth.
All right, now that's not what you just said a minute ago. Yeah, but the one you said was most mature is the one that's facing away from you. But we saw a better buck last night.
More mass, yeah.
Let's hold out and see if we get on that one tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we've got a day and a half left.
Man, there's a bunch of bucks in that group.
That's $5.
The one next to the doe on the right is pretty wide.
He's the biggest. That's a shooter.
So we've just come into the top end of our property, and we've driven past what we know is at least one buck. There may have been a second one there. There's some does in the mix, so we've come back here several hundred yards, gotten down into one of these little draws. We're gonna make our way back up and see if we can't get a better look at it, see if there's another shooter buck in there. Oh, that's the biggest one right there. Oh, just hang on. You know, he's hit hard. He's went over the edge of the hill. Let's watch him. See if he gets up. We have put in some miles for this. Today we've got this front coming in. You can probably see it's been raining off and on a little bit, even a little sleet mixed in here. So there's a little bit of pressure to get this done before the rain or before the snow, or weather gets any worse, it gets colder. But I think this morning it played to our advantage. It seemed to have the deer move a little later, I guess, because that's when we pulled in and saw them. Probably a good hour or so after we had been seeing them. And although it was a quick judgment, I believe this is the best buck that we've seen so far. There he is. Look, he's down. Holy smokes. Well, this is officially the second animal. We shot a mule deer doe yesterday with a new Heim high precision carbon rifle, and that was taken on a special use permit through an MLD program here in Texas. We were obviously on to a buck as well, and right here this last good morning we've had this cool front come in and push some weather on top of us, and just, yeah, we're grateful to have this guy. So, first official buck kill with the Heim Carbon Precision. Well, it's the 4th day of January. We're back in the Texas Panhandle,
one of my favorite places to hunt. This is actually the same property we hunted, well, I guess a year ago. We were here right after the Dallas Safari Club convention last year on a mule deer hunt and shot a nice buck. I actually sent his teeth in and had him aged, and he was in that 5.5-year-old class, which is about where you want to be taking them out here. You want to make sure that they get a chance to reach their genetic potential. As you can see from all the food around, particularly the corn and other crops that are grown, food is the one thing they're not lacking. I'm fortunate enough to be back here on another MLD mule deer hunt. In Texas, the general hunting season ends a bit before the rut actually starts. But through the state of Texas MLD program, we've got permission from the state and special tags that enable us to hunt later. We're into the first week of January, and this should be, if history is repeating itself, should be the good time of year to be here for the rut. So hunting the rut appears a bit like hunting pronghorn. So, I mean, certainly we're looking for a solitary buck if we find a good one, but given that they're rutting, we should be able to spot groups of doe and know that with that group of doe, there'll be a mature buck in there. So it looks out of place. He's a little short on the back, isn't he? Looks like that pretty good mass. I mean, don't get me wrong, a nice buck. I just don't know if that's the first one I want to shoot on the first day. There's a deer bedded down. 2 of them 50 yards to our right. See him? Put the camera on. There's a good chance he's not alone. See a little buck? Yeah, let's see if there's another one there. There's more deer there. See the one with the broke off horn looking at you? Well, all in all, that was a very successful morning. We didn't see the buck that we were after, but we did see a nice buck. We saw, I think, 7 other younger bucks. I take that back, there's a little one at the very end there as we're coming back. On top of the bucks, we saw another 20 doe, so that's 28, 29 deer, something like that for the morning, so that's not bad.
Small compared.
They always look big from the back like that.
Right.
.123. See how little they can hide in out here?
Trigicon's World of Sports Afield has been presented by Trigicon, brilliant aiming solutions. DSC, conservation, education, and protecting hunters' rights. Hornady, accurate, deadly, dependable. Boyd Harness Company, Mud River, travel, train, hunt. Ripcord Rescue Travel Insurance, Sports Afield Trophy Properties, the Wildlife Gallery, and by Sam Hunter Training, because you only get one first shot.
There's a broke-off buck in the front.
I'm calling the buck. Yeah, he's He's a decent buck.
I think it's a buck Kent saw the other day.
The one with the mass.
Yeah.
What is it here? Oh yeah. $4.75. I think if we can get over there pretty quickly, we can get a better look at him. Let's go. Oh, there he is. He's by himself. All right, Cameron, you on him? Here we go. He's hit good. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Nice. Should be right over the top of this. He's got me right here. Look at there. There's his antler. Let me come around on front of him here. Hang on. Stand by. Yeah, he's down. Oh, outstanding. Man, look at that. Look at that. Well, as I said a couple of days ago, this is one of my favorite parts about this part of the world. It's always fun to hunt in Texas, so close to home, and to be able to hunt such a variety of species. Of course, I grew up hunting whitetail in East Texas, but out here they've got some whitetail, some nice whitetail, in fact. But these mule deer and the pronghorn, man, they really make it an exceptional treat. Just an exceptional deer. Look at that. Beautiful buck. His old nose, his head. Outstanding.